It's easy to look at everything falling apart and mistake that for the end times, but what is really happening is we are finally seeing the true face of capitalism, the face that the global south has known ever since the first colonial ship reached their shores. All that is really happening now is Western countries are finally being exposed to the violence and oppression that is the true nature and the true face of capitalism. This is also known as the Imperial Boomerang. All the violence and oppression that capitalism uses on colonized people has finally come home and is being used against the societies that initially created it in the first place. And the reason this is happening is the only option left for capitalists to keep this system alive is to throw the mask off, ramp up the oppression, militarize the police, and roll out the same fascism in the West that the global South has suffered under for centuries. And this completely broken system, which is now entirely powered by violence and indoctrination, looks far less like an economic system anymore and far more like a death cult. And the reason I say that is because capitalism can't even rationalize anything anymore. It genuinely does not comprehend why destroying the planet is also bad news for profit growth. And that's why what we're seeing now is the true face of capitalism. The crises we are facing everywhere are not due to things like overpopulation or migrants or wokeness. It's not humans are a cancer. Nah, bruh, it's all literally just capitalism. It's the root cause of all of it. It has corrupted and destroyed everything, every safeguard, every bit of red tape, every vote, every policy. Everything is heading towards the capitalist singularity. Everything is just gravitating towards one big monopoly. And that's why the numbers at the top just keep shrinking. That's why 30 billionaires control half the wealth of the entire world. That's why 5 corporations pretty much own every resource on the planet. Hell, we only have 2 pop stars anymore, and both of them are heartless billionaires too. Even our music is just this soulless profit machine. And you can tell that this is a death cult because all of the problems are actually solvable, easily solvable. We can solve the problems in the world. We already know the answers. We already have the policies. The strategies already exist. Hell, we have already used them before. It's 100 years since the Great Depression, and the ideas that solve that, spoiler alert, it was socialism, can solve this too. And solve it easily. All the problems can be fixed. They don't even require great leadership. Even some mediocre leadership, but if it's free from corruption, could handle the job of saving the world. But nothing can be done until we, as a society, correctly identify what the actual real problem is. And the root cause of all of these crises, the reason this boomerang has come back on us, is capitalism. And nothing will change, absolutely nothing, until we acknowledge that fact and treat capitalism as the existential threat that it actually is. It is a threat to our health, our culture, our environment, even the survival of the friggin' planet. Socialism is the absolute minimum necessary to save the world. And until you grasp and understand that concept, your politics will never be able to solve anything. That's why liberalism is just this endless circle of meaningless protest that doesn't amount to anything beyond that. No, the absolute minimum demanded for change now is the end of capitalism. And nothing can be fixed until it is gone. And frankly, everything else is a waste of time. Anyway, hold on for a second. So, we're about to launch the History Trippin' podcast. If you're interested in hearing some of these videos in much longer forms in history and my rants about capitalism and whatnot, I suggest you go sign up for free at my Patreon, patreon.com/triploy, and you'll get notifications when we got the podcast coming out. I'm hoping to finish the first episode today, and hopefully it is out later this week or next week. But jump on board so you get the announcement. And now that is something to think about.